I don't think it was ever like a decision I thought I was going to become a photographer. It was something that I started and just, through literally the love and fun and kick I used to get out of shooting pictures was how I started. It felt natural by taking pictures, but I also put myself in a very natural environment where I felt very comfortable. The sea, the underwater world, and the challenges it brought with it. It wasn't a straightforward thing. Obviously back then it was all about shooting on negative film, transparency, so the challenges were great. So it was a lot harder to stick to it. I think if I had to be honest, nature is one of the biggest, kind of inspiration by being outdoors, being in those elements. And I kind of try to look for those pockets of inspiration, and I try to find something that gives me my purpose for what I'm doing.
Do you ever get scared out there? Doing some of the crazy things that you do. You do crazy things. You go on helicopters, up masks, up sails. Do you ever or is it maybe look back and say, wow, that was a little bit crazy?
The risk is there wherever you are, and there have been moments of where I have pushed the boundaries a bit too much. Sometimes on my own kind of maybe inexperience, maybe diving in rough waters and almost losing my life there, and then certain things where I'm not in control of. Obviously, I've got a family, I've got my life, I value it, I enjoy doing it, so you try to, and I think if you don't push a little bit those little boundaries, then then you might not get a shot. It's not all fun and games.
How do you feel that you've evolved from film to digital? Was that I'm sure, did you embrace it? Were you a little bit reluctant?
No, I was definitely reluctant. I was definitely, especially because a few of my mentors as well at the early stage, it was always about quality. So, and I always, there's one thing I tried to maintain was quality, and quality no matter what, in terms of the film I use, the slide, the transparency. As time, went by, certainly the quality improved tremendously. The ease of moving to digital. I kind of carry on pushing myself as much as I can in this creative realm of photography, storytelling, documenting, sort of wildlife or the underwater world. That's, that's the progression of the little breakthroughs, the little steps really. Yeah, it's nice today to share the message, and I enjoy, more, to be honest, I get a real, I would say kick about helping other people, maybe, pass on what I've learned and the mistakes I've made, but, people have to make their own mistakes as well. So, exactly, so there's that learning curve, there's that, sort of like journey of how you go through it. No, I've had some amazing yachting pictures during the Rolex Sydney Hobart, the Fastnet, the Rolex Middle Sea Race. I think those offshore ones where all of them, in a way, it was an adventure, it was epic being part of, and then you're lucky enough to have all those elements come together. It's almost like winning the lottery.
Where do you sort of feel on those sort of 2 points? Is it more important to have the right equipment, or is it more important to have the right content?
The equipment is just an added tool. It's there's a lot of gear out there. There's a lot of fantastic gear that has made it easier for the photographer. So it's quicker response. You can shoot a lot of photos in a quicker time. The quality is there. So the tools have helped a lot. But to put yourself in a situation to get that shot is another story. Malta played a big part in my career, simply because Malta has so much to offer. Sort of shoot and develop your style, develop your skill, especially for all the things that I enjoyed doing. Then I used to sail, so windsurf. I grew up on the water. I started diving, following my father's footsteps when I was 10, 11 years old. The whole family. We're all very connected. So it was just, kind of the best playground I could actually have ever, wished for.
You most of the time feel that you get the shot that you want, or you always kind of surprised with the outcome?
I'm always surprised. To be honest, it's a real funny thing, and I must admit, because I go generally on an assignment, and I go with a lot of preparation and mental preparation and everything that I do to prepare myself. But when I'm in the zone, when I'm kind of shooting, automatically I hit another gear, and I kind of like looking for something that is maybe not what I would have thought I was looking for. I just try to push my quality of work more and more, and I try to balance it out between being here at Malta and working with international clients. What I've managed to carve out has really given me a fulfilled life, and I'm very fortunate to be sitting here and chatting with you, and when I think back of the places I've been and what I've done and shared it and managed to do it with friends and family and the people I've met, it's been a real unique adventure.
Is there any recommendations that you'd give?
I mean, one of my biggest assets which I felt was important was really following my intuition, following my gut feeling, following what I felt was right.
What is your relationship with time?
Time is just very precious. We don't have a lot of time, so I try to make it count. So every moment, almost every second I have, I try to do make the most of what I can. But if you go in for it thinking you're going to become famous or rich or get all the followers and everything, personally I think you're in it for the wrong reasons. It takes time, it takes patience, it takes understanding, it takes getting to know people, and more important, getting to know yourself.